Hey everybody, welcome back to some more ranked in Red Dragons against Zan Krieger. I I wouldn't say I know this person, but I recognize this person. Um I believe they're quite a North Korea advocate, as in like North Korean Wargame Red Dragon, at least that's what I'm hoping. Um yeah, potentially if that's the case fitting because they're playing Red Dragons armored. They're also playing a red 4 deck since, we got a blue color as a red deck. And yeah, only played twice so far on this map with this deck, I believe. Once where I had to go AFK for like 3 minutes in between and push this side. Did we also have another match from the other side? What was this? We definitely had one with like US 1980s. And then I think we had another one against a US deck, but I think that was with Red Dragons. In any case. Um, what are we gonna do with Red Dragons Armored? We could try to grind in Dimitri with flamethrowers, but once we're out of those, it's gonna be tough. I don't want to risk it. Even then, they're not amazing if you have to like assault a town. And given that we're slow, there's no way we can get an easy initial foothold outside of like these two guys. So I think Dimitri is out of the window. I do, however, want to see if I can push in like this area here. Ignore this, right? And push like not here, but push here. Just cut off Dimitri, ignore the town as much as we can. Again, without like expensive single units. It's not really that huge of a deal if you suddenly get flanked by like one infantry squad with Erics or something, right? Also, if I'm sounding a bit rough, I'm sorry, I've got the granola throat. Just ate some granola. Maybe that's better. So let's try this. Now for this side, let's just get some one of you, two of you. I wanna secure this. Let's just get one guy here and like a bit heavier maybe than you'd expect, but yeah. Now for this side here, let's spam some of these. We're gonna need the optics. I want to spread them out so they're not all the first 4 units to be spotted and immediately die. Obviously we need some spam. Something that can actually punch. I think we can make use of these guys. Let's get like a 3 stack. Not a lot. But let's not forget. We can get rid of you, I think. I'd still really like if you could drop with you. Um, let's get rid of one of you guys, so we can get another recon guy. Alright, good luck and fun. And see what we can do. I have no mortar yet, but we're just gonna buy it from Gregory once we capture that. Infantry CVs, 2 of them, presumably. Unless, infantry CV for the base and then a vehicle CV for Boris, but the vehicle CV already moved before the infantry CV unloaded and the Galaxy Brain line flooded, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna be too aggressive with you, just load in there. Right, unload here. DDSs go there for the time being. Wasn't chunks. Definitely want some defense there still. Set as these 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there, and 1 of you like in there. DQs. Drive there for the time being. You know what? Just walk you along there. I thought I would have told it to unload there. That would have been a smart thing to do. I don't know why I didn't do that. BJ 90s, okay, Soviets. Could be Moto, but I'm not expecting it. It's a lot of wheeled stuff though. OSAs. That looks like a... Is that a base OSA? How many are there on? There's 4 missiles. It could be a base OSA. Yeah, because the AKM has 6 missiles, I believe, right? Or the AK as well. So if you see only 4, it's okay. It's unspec because T72A or T72s are not in Moto. You're gonna have a low. CV, you're gonna stop here. Forgot about you. Honestly, let's start with the 4 stack just because we can. Let's get some preemptive supply trucks. I actually want you to stay like in the building there, between the buildings. SU-122s. You just drive over. You have good off-road speed, yeah. Do you? Oh, no, you have stabilizers on the bastions. That's pretty pog. It's actually very pog. There's a C-70 crash out with VDV, presumably. That's a 27 Yak 141. Hard for me to. I think it's a Yak 141 given the veterans. It could be a 27M in theory. You know what? Let's get more of you. Those probably carry Converse M. They have, of course, very little armor, but it's also what makes them so interesting. But also quite the good gun. For 45 points, it's a very good gun. Armored or vet elite means, of course, they recover much faster from their state. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess only Fagots then, or Factorias rather. Okay, that's good to know. I probably would have known here if I paid attention, but I didn't pay attention, which you probably noticed. Don't want to drive too far with these in. There's still VDV, presumably. I mean, you can see the BTR-70s even ending us. Let's get that CV. We don't want to fall too far behind, in case. Although not like we are falling. Oh, those are probably VDV, huh? Yeah. Oh, Gorno was actually in the BTR-70s. Right, I actually forgot about that. That means you can't just willy-nilly walk into the town. Actually, try to get into this building here. Just walking there. Right, we have mortar spam. Fire Razzmann there for now. You stay there. That's a Yak 141. Jokes on you, I don't even wanna plane spam. One, two, twos. It's actually pretty good for us. They have heat, so and then again, maybe it isn't good for us. While they have heat, we have only 3 armor on these things, right? So they will deal 3 damage, I believe, with that AP. I guess it's not too bad. Okay, they definitely need fuel. Okay, let's turn on. View. Just go in there. It's fine there because it's very VDV. We're gonna go into. Just gotta watch out that they don't get shot at. That's a BMP3. They're gonna be actually quite annoying for CTSs because, you know, their AC gems are gonna one-shot us. Ooh, get out of. Yep. Line of sight of the SU-22s. Is what I meant to say. Right, I was just gonna say, didn't I buy more of them? And yeah, I did. I just forgot where they were. BMPT is dangerous. A single one would easily win. Okay, make sure that you're all leveled. Alright, at least 2 of them. Excuse me. Like I said, granola throat. Okay, that's why, yeah. More of this. Get some view. Or these close range engagements here. You're gonna be excellent for shutting this down, the open field here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a newfound appreciation for these things. It does, of course, help that they are on elite. Okay, you move down there, you move down there. No, as long as nothing is happening down here, I'm a happy man. Definitely want to make sure that you're not... Actually, no, you can stay there, you go there. There. Get some supply drugs for you and start having them move between Fob and the mortars. SC-122s. BTRTs. Shoot at this, please. That's a tank. I don't know what tank, just T-72A maybe? Yeah, it did a good amount of damage, so... Nice. Move with you as well. See how good you four do in such an assault. They're all panicked. They're shaken and panicked respectively. Reverse T-72As don't have the best accuracy, so maybe I can get out of that alive. Well, yeah, that's why assaulting towns, even like through forests, is not a very easy thing to do with this tank. A Tor? I smell points. I'm smelling points. Bro, we can also shoot at that. The Tor is not gonna be able to. Now, brrrt. Yeah, those Ranger CBDUs are nothing to scoff at. You kill them, now get out of there before you're gonna get bullied by those. I definitely think I should replace those. They are good in towns if you can get them safely into towns, but if you can't get them safely into towns, they're just so easy to get rid of. And honestly, I feel like I need 2 cards of fodder here. You just saw me buy like 8 at one thing, right? It's like... how many do I get? Do I get 24 or 22? Anyway, it's a big chunk of our single card, right? I definitely think I'm better off running 2. Obviously I can't really, or don't want to replace these 2 either. Okay. And I think there's definitely a point to run these. They're actually pretty good for assaulting towns in certain situations like this, where it's low intensity. Where a single tank is just gonna shut them down walking across the open. But they're gonna do well. Oh, I just spotted a Euro. That's presumably a CV. Oh yeah, that's a CV. I mean, it could be technically from Razzmann as well, but given that we just saw one drive in there, and we saw this one, which could have been from Elena, I think CV is quite the correct guess. You're all getting spotted. Oh, that's a 25T? It is. I have very little A in the field. Yeah, fuel definitely is an issue for them. Speaking of, then shift back and then shift back forward. 5 more rounds in there, please. You're panicked. I have only 3 on the field, or 4 if you count the one on the right. Get you back. Oh, get back. Don't drive like that, please. Yep, that's exactly why. I'm an idiot. 23% accuracy. Oh, would have been nice. And we did kill the Tor. Ah, I'm stupid. I shouldn't have bought that. There's a Yak 1 for 1 still, and the for our opponent. And once those arrive, maybe I can bait the Yak. That'd be cool. Right, with enough line infantry, I think we should be fine assaulting this. Especially with all these 5-pointers backing us up. Also, get some additional defenses here, shall we? A 3-stack. We're not panicked anymore. That's good. 25T is probably one of the few ATGM planes that are... Why did I just press tell to stop? I told the unit to stop. I don't know which one. I think it was this one, yeah. 25T, one of the few ATGM planes that are probably good is probably good against us. Because it's just so many missiles. So it's very good at just picking up like 30-point targets here, 30-point targets there. But still, it's I think not too big of a deal. I ended up losing 2. We had a 3-sec here that turned into a 2-sec. I don't know what killed it. Maybe the Gornos. Maybe somehow the Spetsnaz grew. Stay on attack move. Right, our Hwasong Chongs are further up, so we can send this out and maybe bait. Actually, have you stay back here. Shift and load and then just move in there. MTLBs with Motor Strikey, presumably. Ooh, that's a bit... SC-25 as well. Or did I not pay attention and it was a normal SC-25 to begin with? I don't think so. Pretty sure it was a 25T. Maybe I legit was just blind. I had very little air detection because all I had were Hwasong Chongs, so I only saw the model. And was it a 25 PD the whole time to begin with, another Yak 1-for-1? I don't know what's wrong with me today. At least I correctly identified the base Osa, so that was cool. That's a pat on my own shoulder. Oh, very nice. Also pretty disgusting, but also very nice. Right, we got the town here after enough spam. Oh, not completely. Just the Spetsnaz crew went to there. Or is it another squad of Spetsnaz crew maybe? I mean, they're pretty fast. They could have definitely like made it out of there in this time, I think. But you only need like 6 rockets for your RPG, so I don't think you're gonna for long. It is a 25. Okay, I'm not going completely crazy. Thank God. Side shots. Would have been nice if J8 ready now. So, I did end up losing one to the. I did end up losing one to the second 25 PD. It's done for quite a long time because it is not upvetted. In case you're not aware, that's one potential reason to upvet it. Because unlike many other planes, this plane can actually, or will actually be alive for. Will be alive more often than not when stunned. Whereas for most other planes, it's gonna be a death sentence. Not necessarily for this one. Where did you come from? Oh, from this town, of course. Oh no, my 5-pointers. They're broken. This was more or less my plan. Also, I should make more use of these mortars. You know, stop the reinforcement into Dimitri by just cutting them off there. And of course, by doing that, also getting us a foothold into Anna. Line trunks. Strikey. Ooh. Ooh, is that where the CV is? Maybe not. Maybe they're just playing with us. Another CV. Yeah, you just drive in there. We're right in the infantry CVs, presumably in the town. Doesn't have to be, of course. Soviets also not necessarily or I wouldn't say not Soviets, but this map rather, or this position not really one where mortars shine. Mortars really shine against like infantry spam and line infantry spam, because line infantry is of course the slowest infantry outside of reservists, so it's harder to evade them, and thus it's much easier to hit them. Oh, we spotted the fob. Would you look at that? 72s. Gotta make sure that they don't, like, one after the other get into line of sight of those T72s. Those are just Motor Strikey. Would be Motor Strikey 90, but I'd be surprised. There's no real reason to use Motor Strikey 90 in a 5-pointer if you're playing unspec with no ammo. Are you telling me that the CV is actually in there and the fire is causing it to move? I'm only firing in there because I expect there to be reinforcements. You know what? Let's get another 4-stick. Only firing in there because I expect there to be like some of the reinforcements. Oh my god, I actually moved so far forward that I moved into my own mortar fire. Oh man, competence. Spelled with an I. Oh my god. Oh shit, did I kill? I think. Oh god, I actually killed the CV. I forgot to pay attention to these guys. Ooh, what are you carrying? Oh, those could be Razzmann. Or it's like another HM squad. Unlikely, given there's already Gonus Strikey, but you never know. As you want the twos, again, not. I don't think that's a good choice against my deck, especially not once he saw me bring time 59s. VDV spam would be good, I think. VDV spam comes with BTRT spam, and use smoke to like bridge the gap. But while you're fighting for like this, just spam VDV through, final VDV through, and BTRTs through this instead of the open field here. Let's get another one here. Okay, split you up. Oh, I should already spot it. Did I not buy supply trucks? Yes, I did not. I mean, I got you earlier, or like at the start of the game, essentially. No, not my 5-pointers. So I think that's just a Potnos. Definitely not a Vasilek. Yeah, look at my mortar spam, biatch. Again, I think the right decision would probably be to draw one card of these guys and use like a put in this bag or something, but oh shit, they were bunched up. That's a lot more damage. But that's, you know, boring decision. We're not boring here. We never play tryhard decks on this channel, right? Never. Oh, that's not very nice. Yeah, you do get. Oh, just get double tap, triple tap. You actually do survive 2 shots, so all 3 of those were in range. I mean, sometimes when you have like a 3-stock or something moving, it happens fairly often that one of the models has no direct line of sight, or only like a second later. You know what the nice thing is about this deck? If someone complains about me mortar spamming, I can just say, well, I'm playing Red Dragons, it's the worst coalition, right? What are you gonna say about this? Now, of course, if you wanna go like extreme with this argument, you'd be like, I'm playing Red Dragons, it's okay to heal rush, which is not what I'm saying. Because I would never say that heal rushing is on the same level as mortar spamming or whatever. But of course, some people might draw that conclusion. Kill another 4-stack preemptively. Because, you know, as you can see. Okay, now let's give you some ammo. Now let's move in with you. Kept again. They're on veteran, or probably just because they killed some stuff. Get back in there, please. Oh, I killed one with the Fago. That's funny. It's time for some counter battery. Yep, you're empty already. There you go. Resupply there, and then move back here. You supply the fobs, and you go also to the front line here. We do, I mean, that's another reason to run the fob, right? Is to resupply the crossing chunks. So the Buratino, wow! We'll still use that, huh? Also, start assaulting this. Actually, split you up. That's not a lot of hits. Reverse you. Still 1 PD alive. Let's just circle you and maybe we can bait the PD. Okay, get you out of there. You're spotted. You can stand still. 225 Ts, huh? I don't think that was a very smart thing to do. Unless it's gonna kill me. Come on. Oh, it hit once. It hit only once. Okay. I have no missiles left. No need to stay out longer, honestly. Okay, it evac 2. Was it just empty LBs? I think I'm getting shot by RPGs, but their optics are so bad, you have to be relatively close to spot them to shoot. Oh, it was that guy, I forgot. I even spotted them move in. Goodbye those crossing chunks. Just get more of them. Some T-72s. So the CV really is in there? Ooh, you hit. Very lucky. You missed though. You also missed. And you missed again. And you hit. Proud of you. Alright, well, fine. Let's reverse you. $155. Oh, 35, 135. Got buffed. Like, way long ago. Not with the recent patch. I think it used to be 155 for a long time. I think. Maybe I'm just... No, I'm thinking of the SU-27S. I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. I'm a fire in my mortars. I mean, yeah, the game is over. Having lots of AMRAMs is actually, for once, useful. Against most planes, you're not gonna fire more than 2. But against, like, SC-25Ts with, like, 2 rearmor and evacuating away from you. That's what the CV is here. Evacuating away from you, you actually can make use of more than 2. Or fairly frequently make use more than... make use of more than 2. That's what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I mean, that went exactly as planned. Nothing really to complain about, other than like me sometimes doing stupid decisions. The DSs worked beautifully. Sure, I didn't really shoot down. Did I shoot down any? I think I shot down 125T. Yeah, with the J8. But not until very long into the game. And I mean, I think I showcased fairly well, even though it was quote unquote only against the major. If we don't really have high value single targets, 80 gem planes like that won't do much. But admittedly, once they were called out, I had that big chunk of forest secured, so I had a lot of cover to work with. So yeah, let's be realistic that this is not really the best showcase of like that, I don't know, principle, strategy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think it was still solid game. Still very much enjoying the deck. I am really, I okay. So this card here, this card. I mean that card really had a reason in the last match with the 10 armor that helped a lot against like CV90s. Although I also mainly use it because I ran out of Type 59s that I had only one card of. Still not sure what to do with this. Someone was saying T72M, which, and it's a very fair point. If I just want like a high, like even higher AP short range tank than this, close range, close quarter combat, whatever you want to call it, because that's what the Type 59 is, right? It's gonna get like 24 AP in forest ranges, which is of course really good for 30 points. And then like the Janmo 4, I was using in a similar fashion, but if I want like really high AP, that's gonna be like 28 AP in forest range. And someone was making a very good point, right? I did answer in some meme formats, but they're certainly not wrong. That why not use the T72M instead, right? In at any range that a T72M can fire, it has the same AP as a John 4, right? It loses one step of range, but has one more base AP. So at outside of like the 2101 between 2275 meter range, where the T72M can't fire, it's gonna have the exact same AP. But while it has the same armor value, it also has high RPM and 60 kmh. Sure, you lose a tiny bit of accuracy because, you know, range scaling, but you have lower base range. But just purely gun and like chassis wise, for that purpose that I was using a John Maho for, it is better. It's also outloaded, which I'm pretty sure the John Maho 4 is not. And 60 kmh, especially for force, is very nice, even though I'd really love to like 70 or even more. 60 kmh is certainly nothing crazy, but it is a step up from 50, of course. So the right decision probably would be to replace this with the TCM2M. Of course, it still has the KPVT and the Strela, which are fun, nice little bonuses, but all things considered, nothing really crazy. Alright, so the Chonmaho 5 is outloaded, the other Chonmaho 4 is not. I believe the Chonmaho 5 being autoloaded is still a leftover from this having like accidentally having a 125mm gun for a patch or so until Eugen fixed it, but they never changed the autoloader. Or maybe it was supposed like did have an autoloader IRL or something. I don't even know. But this one actually does have an autoloader. Even though that's the exact same gun and honestly looks the exact same except it has some ERA. Or is this even ERA? I think that if you put some ERA blocks on it, you'd probably put it up front first. So maybe these are just some boxes. And after all, this is North Korea we're talking about. But yeah, probably replace this with the thing. I don't really think this is necessary. We spam so many cheap tanks that fire support shouldn't be a huge issue for us. Alternatively, I could also put in like a card of this. It's gonna have 2 more AP over the Type 59. So would this, but for the same price, why choose a John Maho, right? And there's of course still these tanks. If they had 70 kmh speed, I'd probably put one in. But outside of like the boat tanks, every tank is mediocre at best, right? This is the only one with 65. Then we have you and you guys with 60 as well as the T70M, but they're all so slow. Like they're not they're not like chieftain tier or centurion tier, but not far above it, man. As chieftain is 45 even. It's like they're not even that much faster, right? If you think about it. I was complaining so much about this guy's speed, and yet I know I'm derailing here, but whatever. But they're only 5 kmh faster. I think it's just a neuron activation, like when it's orange and not red, so it's a good bit better, but it's really not. But hold on, let me actually check something. I don't think that's the case, but it could be that the chieftains have a different movement module that maybe means that they have a bigger off-road speed penalty or like forest speed penalty. Again, I don't think that's the case, but They do not. It should be noted though that they still turn around. They need longer to turn around than the Type 59s. Challengers, I think, also have that quote unquote perk. Yep. And some other tanks are faster. I think especially turretless tanks are actually really fast with this. Yep. The more you know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. But before we end, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to replace you. I'm gonna need to, cause honestly, I'm gonna keep them down with it. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.